everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Today, we have a list video for you guys. List videos are interesting because I'll be honest with you guys, this is like super low effort content for me. Super low effort. I don't even have to really think about these videos. I just decide, I want to make a list video, and I look through the knives I have and say, alright, here's 5 or 10 that I think more or less fit into whatever theme I've decided to work on. Let's use those. And then I just come and I just talk about and say, oh look, here's 5 cool knives. Very low effort, right? But it's got some pros. People love list videos, and I'm right there with you guys. Whenever my favorite knife tuber drops a list video, you know that I'm clicking on it as soon as I see that notification. I see that Neves Knives has made another list of so many knives. I'm clicking on it saying, heck yeah! Because it's easy content to consume, right? Instead of me sitting here and talking at you guys for 20 minutes about one knife, you get to see 5 different knives. Bam, bam, bam! Back to back in hopefully less than 20 minutes. So, for all, you attention deficit disorder people, this is great. In all seriousness, we got a cool list here. We're looking at 5 Wharncliffes. I think I did this list before in the past. I made a video called 5 Wicked Wharncliffes. This is kind of a sequel to that, shall we say. So, let's go ahead and dive right into this. I am not the biggest fan of Wharncliffes. I've said this many times on the channel. The Wharncliffe is not my go-to blade shape. I don't like Wharncliffes that much. They're not that appealing to me visually. And also, I've just found that they're not the best for my specific day-to-day needs. I much prefer something like a drop point. I think it's just more versatile, and it can fit into more roles that I need it to fit into. And by the way, these damn flies, they're getting so bad, I'm about to jump in the river. Go swimming. I've already eaten like half a dozen of them. Suicidal little idiots. Anyways, even though I might not be the biggest Wharncliffe fan, we are going to look at 5 Wharncliffes I think are actually really, really good. Remember how I said that this is like quick, easy content? It's fun to watch, fast and everything. Well, I am doing my best to make it not that way and talk as much as possible because I'm evil, if you haven't figured that out yet. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this list. And we're going to start off with a little bit of a weird one, perhaps, okay? The CJRB Warney Pyrite, or the CJRB Alt Pyrite. Now, this is not a true Wharncliffe, okay? I'll admit, this is not a true Wharncliffe. But you know what it sure as hell isn't? A reverse Tonto. No, this is not a reverse Tonto, guys. It's not. Okay? I love you guys. I know a lot of you love the term reverse Tonto. I can't stand that term. This is not a reverse Tonto. This is a modified Wharncliffe. Why is it not a true Wharncliffe? Because it does have a little bit of belly. A true Wharncliffe should have a straight edge, but this does still embody a lot of Wharncliffe-y elements. We have that very low tip that's very sharp, very precise, and the belly is not dramatic. Right, in a lot of ways, this does kind of perform like a mix between a Wharncliffe and a drop point. I like this blade shape a whole lot. I think this is, if I'm going to be carrying a Wharncliffe, I like it to be just like this. Besides the blade, it's the Pyrite. We all know and love the Pyrite. This is just a great budget knife chassis, and they're coming out with all kinds of different versions, sizes of this knife. You love to see it, right? You love to see it. In fact, the miniature, the small Pyrite, might actually be more of a true Wharncliffe than this one is. I have not reviewed the small Pyrite yet, but it does look to be a little more Wharncliffe-y than this one. So we'll definitely give that a try. Button lock. This is a great button lock action. I'm also not a huge fan of button locks, but the Pyrite is one that I do enjoy. Fantastic ergos. Just a very useful, affordable, very cool little knife. I'm a big fan. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a knife that is a true Wharncliffe. And actually, this is a special one. This is the Rake P865. Very cool knife. We're kind of keeping that blue and black theme going here. When I reviewed this knife, I called this a working man's like gents carry, right? I feel like this is kind of a mix between, kind of a more blue collar work knife and a little more of a white collar knife. But it's got a lot of elements I really like. It's a very narrow, slim profile. That's not something I'm usually a big fan of, but I like it here. Very roomy ergonomics. Kind of reminds me of a miniature Cold Steel Frenzy. This blade is wicked. The way the handle arcs kind of makes this perform almost like a hawkbill. I mean, if you're slicing into something, this will trap material, and you're going to get some powerful, powerful cuts. 14C 28N blade. Very acute tip. This is running on washers, so that gives it kind of some of that maybe blue collar vibes. Single thumb stud for deployment, but it just thwacks out of there. Full backspacer, which is a feature that I really, really enjoy. And something that's really cool about this knife is I'm actually giving this away. If you have not yet entered into my 5,000 subscribe or my 3,000 subscriber giveaway, I can't count. My 3,000 subscriber giveaway, go and enter into that. I will link the video in the description. This is one of the prizes. So if you want to get that, go ahead, go watch that video, learn how to enter. We will be doing the giveaway, the live drawing, tonight at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So I hope to see you there. But yeah, this knife here, super cool. It's excellent. And I do have reviews of every single one of the knives that I'm showing on the table today. So if you want more information, you can go and watch the full reviews. But if you don't want to watch the full reviews, every single knife I'm showing here today is a knife that I like a lot. So moving on, a knife that I really love. This is the Real Steel Solus Light. You can get this in all kinds of different versions. They're coming out with some new ones right now, actually. This is an amazing design. This is actually... damn bugs. This is actually an excellent adaptation of a Wharncliffe for my EDC use. I carry this a lot as a secondary carry, and as a lot of you know, I work in a natural history museum. So a lot of times, some of the stuff I'm doing at work, I'm opening boxes, packages, I'm cutting labels, I'm trimming up the edges of papers and like a display plastic, things like that. This is a great knife for that. It's a slip joint, so it's very work friendly, even though this one looks kind of tactical. By the way, I love the black with the gold look. Mwah, it's beautiful. Love that. Big fan. But yeah, this is a great utility cutter, and that's what Wharncliffes really excel at. This is fantastic for those utility cuts. This is a knife that just works and works and works. I love this knife so much. This is one of my favorite slip joints. This is a great example of a modern slip joint. This has a lot of classic stylings, but a lot of modern conveniences. The pocket clip, G10, D2 blade. This is just really cool. Has Real Steel's 3/4 stop. The walk and talk on this is excellent. You can buy these right now for less than $30. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. This is one of the best knives you can get for under 30 bucks. Absolutely incredible knife. Absolutely incredible. Moving on, another special knife, because this one is actually going to be in my giveaway too. In fact, it is going to be the part of the grand prize. And that is the Tuya Cebu. This is the biggest knife on the list. So if you're someone that's a big knife person, this might be the one for you. And I gotta say, this is the most comfortable knife on the list too. Full hand-filling grips. And it's not just because the knife is big. We have these contoured, beautifully contoured G10 scales. I mean, the G10 on this knife is beautiful. I absolutely love the G10 on this knife. It's got almost that wood grain G10 pattern. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The action on this is absolutely to die for. It's incredible. It makes great sounds. Yeah, absolutely incredible. D2 blade, titanium clip, backspacer, and pivot collar. Nice pop of blue. Very classy. I love pivot collars. Very shiny, nice and classy. Ergos, again, you can choke up in here. You get all the benefits of Wharncliffe. Powerful cutting, good utility cuts. You just get on a blade that's getting up there to 4 inches. This is just a heck of a work knife while still being super classy. I think it's a good looking knife. And these bugs are trying their best to eat me alive. We'll see if they succeed before the video's over. Or before I jump in the river. That is still an option. That's still on the table. I might do that. If I just jump in the river and float away, Well, you guys probably wouldn't know because no one would be around to edit this video for me. So if you're watching this, it probably means I didn't jump in the river and commit suicide via illegal immigration. All right. Out of my face flies. The last knife that we're going to be talking about is the Civivi Hadros. I saved this one for last because this is a discontinued knife. And I think I featured this on my last Wharncliffe video. I'm pretty sure I did, but I'm not sure. I didn't go back and check because, are you kidding me? Am I going to go and watch one of my old videos? No. No, you think I want to watch me on YouTube? No, I'm a weirdo. Why would I do that? Why do you guys do that? I'm glad you do, but... Anyways, the Civivi Hadros, very, very cool knife. Dylan Mallory design. He got the name Hadros from hadrosaurs. Again, I work in a natural history museum. I'm a geologist working towards degrees in paleontology. That's kind of my shit. I love that. Hadrosaurs, more commonly known as the duck-billed dinosaurs. Very diverse, very cool group of ornithischian dinosaurs. But yeah, that's what this is named for. Dylan Mallory likes to do prehistoric design homages in his knives. I did not like this knife at first because of the narrow handle, but the more I carried it, the more it grew on me. And that's because this is basically, goodness gracious, a elongated X-Acto knife. I mean, look at that. Look at that tip. This thing is wicked nasty. And so if you're using it like this, if you have it in this grip here, it is not the most comfortable. Although I will say I swapped the clip from the clip this came with to one of Civivi's older squared off clips. That improved the ergonomics like tenfold. That made the ergonomics way, way better. But this grip here, oh my goodness. You can get all kinds of work done like this. It's amazing. Hollow ground 10CR blade. I tell you what, guys, this thing is nasty. And the action is very, very good. I did dye these scales, but this is actually kind of close to one of the colors you can already get. But yeah, these are discontinued, so if you do find them somewhere, there's a good chance that they will be on sale for a good deal. Otherwise, I'm sorry if you can't find them. That sucks, because this is a very, very cool knife. It's a great size, too. It really is just a great size, and it's got a lot of style to it. Dylan Mallory, he's got a lot of style, and it is absolutely dripping out of this knife right here. So there we go, guys. There is our list of 5 wicked Wharncliffes. These are some knives that I think are super, super cool. I can highly recommend every single one of these knives. And 2 of you soon will be owning these knives. So again, my live stream is going to be tonight at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Hope to see you there. We're going to be answering some questions, talking about some knives. It should be fun. I think it's going to be a pretty great experience. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Big shout out to my channel members at the cowboy level right here. If you want to become a channel member, you can join down below. The channel members do a whole bunch for the channel. They're really, really cool. Gotta shout out Old Tonto Guy. He sent these 2 knives into the channel. He donated them. I cannot thank him enough. He's a huge help, and I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, as for the rest of you, thank you for watching. Again, if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, comment below, and subscribe. I've been Gideon, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.